Good morning, my little artists. Today in art, we're going to learn how to take care of your art supplies. This year, more than ever, we really need to take care of our art supplies because we can't share with anybody right now. Oh, look, it looks like my artists are ready to go. They all have their mask on and ready to listen. So we're going to talk about the supplies that are in your boxes. The supplies are the things you'll need to use to do art and your work in your classroom. Everyone's supplies might look a little different. You might have a different container than the one that is shown here, but pretty much everybody should have the same things to work with in their classroom. We're going to discuss the different things and how to take care of them. The first supply we're going to talk about is the box of crayons. In Miss Patty's class, I have a rule that you take one crayon out. When you're done with it, you put it back. Then you take another crayon out. And when you're done with that, you put it back. What do we do?
Put it back!
April, why should we only use one crayon at a time?
Because we can't use a lot at a time.
Excellent. Do we do that?
Take care of our crayon!
The reason we do that is so we can keep track of our supplies and we will have our crayons all year long. The next supply we'll talk about is the pencil. Now the pencil, well, there's a lot of things about the pencil. What is the eraser for and the pencil?
For whenever we make mistakes.
So, should you put your pencil in your mouth?
No!
Should you play with it?
No!
Should you chew on it?
No!
No. Should you write on your table or your desk?
No!
Why shouldn't you do all those things?
Because we take care of our pencils!
Perfect. Good answer. Okay, now we're going to talk about scissors. Whoa, scissor safety is so important. Why?
Keep you safe!
Excellent. Okay, now you have two hands. Raise your hand that you cut with. Wiggle your thumb on that hand. Put your thumb in the little hole of the scissors, and then put your two fingers in the big hole. Make sure your thumb's on top. Practice open, close, open, close. Now raise your other hand. The scissors hand has a helping hand, and it holds and turns the paper. Practice open, shut, and turn the paper. Okay, now I have a question. Should we cut our hair?
No!
Should we cut our clothes?
No!
Should we cut paper?
Yes!
Why do we do that?
To keep us.
Okay, now let's talk about this little black crayon that you have here. It is used for tracing, coloring, and drawing. Say, I will
I will
not eat
not eat.
my black crayon.
I will eat my
Take care of our black crayon. Now we're going to talk about markers. When you take the cap off, put it on the end. Put the cap back on, and then you listen for the snap. Practice.
Practice.
Okay, our markers for drawing.
Yes.
Our markers for coloring.
Yes.
Our markers for writing.
Yes.
Should you write on your hand?
No.
Should you write on your feet?
Yes.
Should you eat them? No. Should you draw on the table?
No.
Markers are for drawing. Okay, now onto the glue stick. Take the lid off and roll it up a little. What do we do? Little. Do we roll it up a lot?
No.
Just a little. Say just a little.
Just a little.
Let's practice.
Let's practice.
Now raise your hand
Raise your hand.
and tell me what you should do before you put the lid on. Houston, what should we do before we put the lid on the glue?
Roll it down.
Excellent answers, Houston. The last thing we're going to do is the supply box promise. I will
I will
take good care
take good care
of my
of my
art supplies.
supplies.
What are you going to do?
Take care
care
of
of my
my
art
art
supplies.
supplies.
Woo!